Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome again to the Dr. Chaz Show. We're back again for day 2 of the Daily Bugle. Daily Bugle it is. And we're going to get building right away. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to go with bag number 2 tonight. Beautiful bag number 2. Let's see what it is. Oh, it looks like we have a couple bags. This one's fairly large. So if you remember from our last video, and video number 1, we kind of got the base plate done. And this was the main base plate to get the building built. And we had Grandma and her plate of cookies. Yes. Grandma was supposed to hold the cookies, but I couldn't get it done, so the hell with it. So we're going to put the base plate over here for a moment, kind of get it out of the way so we can get our pieces ready. As you know, we like to lay out all of our pieces so that they're easily found while we're building on our trusty Lego mat that we found on the internet. And yeah, couldn't make a noise here so you can hear me. There we go. And so we'll just grab all our bricks here and put them in a pile. So for all of you newcomers to my channel, thank you for joining me tonight. And like I tell all of my viewers, which are few and far between, I'm guessing, because I don't have very many viewers. I've only got 2 subscribers. I want you to please join me, like me, subscribe. I'm trying to build a great base here. Even if you don't watch me every day or every other day or whatever, watch my videos, try to help me out. I would greatly appreciate it. Even if you just subscribe and never watch me again, I would greatly appreciate it. It would help me out tremendously. But like I've told everybody, I have this great little mat here that I'm working on that you can probably see. It's a good 1/2 inch thick mat. Grandma fell over. She's going to get run over by a reindeer one of these days. Yeah, I know. I have this great little mat. I bought it off of Temu, T-E-M-U. Great site. It's dangerous. Stay away from it, children. It'll get you in trouble with lots of money. It did me, and I finally learned how to, say, no, I'm not going on that website anymore. Anyhow, it was just one of those things that I found. It was a plastic rubber mat that I use for sorting Legos. About 30 bucks. It took probably a good month to get here. Yeah, it's wonderful. You just kind of dump all your Legos on it. It's rubberized, so basically your Legos do not slide around. They just kind of will lay in place. They don't really move, and that way you can kind of organize them, put them in whatever order you want. And that way, when it comes time to find them, you can find them very easily. So I just kind of pick up all my parts, kind of like lay all the plates in one area, lay all the bricks in another area, and just kind of, all the same type of pieces, kind of lay them all together. So that way when it's time to grab them, we're ready to go. Kind of save some time there. Basically is what I'm trying to do. And just kind of something to talk about. So you too can get your own if you'd like. And I do not get sponsored by this company. Whoever designed this mat, probably someone in China, who's probably going, God, I wish the sales would stop because it's driving me crazy that I've got to build so many because of some guy in the United States who's giving me kudos for my mat. Who knows? I don't know. But I do not get any kind of recourse or kickback for this guy's mat. But whoever designed it, you know, he's onto something. So, terrific idea. And yes, you too could probably design one yourself and probably make a lot of money off of it. Without a copyright. Unless there's a copyright on it, I have no idea. But, yeah. So, we'll just get these bricks kind of thrown up around here. Kind of get them adjusted. Real quick. Corners. Yep. Stuff over here. Here. All right, just about ready to go here. Sounds good. All right, so looking at our plate again and trying to get our book going. It looks like we're going to start out page 39, bag 2. And this is going to, looks like, build part of a building here and a couple people and some stuff. Looks like two sides of a building and a couple things inside of it. Maybe a drink machine or something and some chairs and tables in there. Not much more, but that's what bag 2 is going to do for us. So that's where we are with that. So here we go. Let's get started. Looks like we got some blue legs and a teal purple top, a Caucasian face, and some yellow hair. That's going to make up a female. I'm not real familiar with Marvel Comics or the Daily Bugle, so for those of you who are more familiar with that, you will know who these characters are. But there's our first one, little young lady there. I'm going to put her over here with Grandma. Maybe they can have a conversation. Oops, knocked Grandma over. Like I said, she's going to get run over by a reindeer one of these days. Talk about some cookies or something. Then we got a African-American gentleman with some tan pants, ugly Christmas sweater. And he looks like a dude from Harlem. Yeah, okay. Got a beard. Doesn't show him with a backpack, but, you know, maybe not. I don't know. Okay, there is a backpack here, but it doesn't show him with one. So I'm going to leave that off right now. And then there's some hair. Looks like an afro weave or something there. I don't know. Kind of like some Caucasian hair on a black man, but it's black here. Okay. Enough of the jokes. There we go. There he is in his ugly Christmas sweater. All right. I don't know what his name is, but he can put over with Grandma and their cookies too. They can all have a conversation. Why we build the building. On to page 40. And we're going to build some doors, it looks like, and put some stickers on. So we do have a teal blue frame here. And a door somewhere in this mess. Here we go. And it looks like we need stickers from our sticker page. I'm not sure if it's a big page or not. I'm going to guess that it is, looks like it's an exit sign is what it looks like. So that's probably over here on this little one. And so it's not your big sticker sheet. It is the little sticker sheet. Which, and we're looking for 32 and 33. It's the exits. These one here. And that's going to go on your door. So the first one is 33. And it's the exit do not block sign. Oops. They are not separated. What the heck? Take off the glasses. Okay. My stickers are not perforated very well, so be careful when you take yours off. Now, I myself try to put stickers on Lego parts very neat and very carefully, because if I ever want to resell this stuff, I want it to look nice. I don't want it like a 3-year-old put it on there and to make it look crappy. So if I ever tear this building down, or maybe go to bricks and minifigs and want to resell it to someone or sell it to them, I want it to look professional, so it looks good. So there you go. So now we have one side, we have the exit, and the other side. There we go. Okay, so we got that, and we're going to pop that into our door frame. Right in here. Let's see if I can get it in there. Darn door. A little tricky sometimes. There we go. And we got our door in. Okay. Our door now works in our door frame. Cool. Okay, and then we're putting a 1x4 tile on top of the door frame. And we're putting that right smack in the back of the building. Right there, if you can see that back there. I can kind of pick it up for you, but right there in the back of your building. Well, there you go. Okay. All right. Oh, on to page. Oh, there's also another. Oh, don't let me forget the doorknob, because if there's no doorknob, there's no way to get in. Let's see. You got to find a little 1x1 round with a knob on it. It looks like it's silver in this case. That's all I'm seeing there. And they want the doorknob on the outside of the door, not the inside for some reason. Okay. Oops. So don't forget the doorknob, folks, or you're not getting in the building. And I'm not getting in anyhow because I keep dropping the damn doorknob. Pardon my French. Parlez-vous français? There you go. Now your door's open. Okay. It works. Okay, on to page 41. We need 5 1x4s. 5. Looks like 1x1 bricks with the well, it doesn't show it that way. Let me see here. Looks like 1x1 bricks with the 2 studs on the side. And then 1x1 bricks with the stud out the front. Kind of like what we call the headlight bricks, but I'm kind of wondering about it because it's not really showing kind of like a headlamp on the book. It's just showing a stud out the front, so that's why I was wondering. 2, 3. Let's see if I can find another one real quick. Of course not. Yeah, let's see, folks. What do I do? It might have got thrown in this pile. Just searching for it here. I separated all my parts and struggling to find the 5th one. Or do I have it? No, that's that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. It does say 5, and it also shows that it's kind of a dark gray. Maybe that's the problem. Aha! There we go. That's why I can't find it. Because they're dark gray with the dots out front. Okay, my mistake. That's why. So don't look at your colors close, because I don't. I know, laugh it up, laugh it up. Ah, this guy's a dummy. Okay, we'll get it together soon enough. Okay, so taking our diagram here, or in here, we're going to go out the back, it looks like. And I'm going to put these down. Dots out back here. And let's see, this one on the corner. Right there. And right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. Okay, and then we're going to take our 1x4s, and these are going to fit in between each one of those studs. 2, 3, 4, and this one will be 5. Okay, so that there. So what we did here is we kind of just put 1x4 stud, your 1x1 with your stud out front there, another stud, 1x4 stud, 1x4 stud, all the way around here. Okay, that's all we did there. And your door, of course. Next page, 42. We need 10 1x2s with the rail on it. We need 10 of those. So let's see what we got. 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And those studs are going to go, let's see, we're going to start, and we're going to go out this way. I guess we have to go that way, right? Yeah. Looks like we're going to start in the same corner over here, and we're just going to kind of go around the outside, all the way around to the other stud. So 1x2 studs with rails, and we're just going to work our way around. Put that down, that might help a little bit. So if you can see that there a little bit, you got the studs here all the way around, and it's got a rail on it. So there's that. All right. Next page, step 26. We're going to do some building here. Looks like we need 5 1x1 bricks, just the regular stud bricks, with no studs on them, just 1x1 bricks. We're going to need 5 of the 1x2 tall with the studs out front. That's going to be these little pieces right there. We're going to need 5 of those. And we're going to need 2 1x1, I guess, round red circles. Just little round pieces. Little round things there. Hard to see in my hand, but there you go. You gotta need 2 of those. All right. And we're gonna go building with these. So we're gonna go the single brick and one of those on top of each other. You're gonna connect those. And then you're gonna put 2 more of the singles on top of that. And then we're going to put the 2 red dots on that. So you kind of got like that when you're done. You can see that. Okay. And then it says with the next one, so we'll do that first. Then the next one is going to be 2 of the stacks there with a single on it. And we have to do that like that twice. So that was 1. And that was 2. And then that is going to go out the back of the door. That'll make it as tall as the door. And then the 1, turn this around, with the buttons will go on the inside of the door. So you got the 2 here that I just made the doubles, and then the 1 with the red dots is going to be over here on the inside. There's like a little thing in here. Oops, we just lost the little tile here, and just this little tile sits here with the boxes, but there's no way for it to stay in place. It just kind of lays on the ground there. So it's going to fall all over the place when we're showing this to you and building. Okay, next page we need 1 1x1 tile, 1 1x1 plate, and 5 of the 1x2 tall bricks with the 2 studs out front. These things, again, we need 5 of those. So, and we're going to put 3 of those 1x2s. We're going to connect those together, 3 of those together. And that's going to be 1 by itself. So let's see if I turn that around. That's going to be over here. Then we're going to have a 2 by themselves with a brick on top and a stud on top. So I built 1 here. You got three of those together, and they're going to go on this gray top here on the end, right there. And then you got the second one, which is 2 of the studs together with the single brick and the plate on top of that. And that's going to go on the gray top next to it. So it goes here and here. Compared to the door, if you look at the door, and here's your boxes here, you turn it, and it's going to be over here next to the barrel and the trash cans. Or the boxes, I guess. Boxes, trash cans, going to be on these 2 studs here. Okay. Back to 28. Now we need 1 1x1 plate. And 5 more of the 1x2 stud highs with the studs out front. Those things again. Now these are a little bit different. You got 1 stud on top of another stud, but the stud is sideways. And then we have the other stud going, let's see, 1 that way, 1 that way, and 1 that way. And then you have the other one going right in order. So you got 2 on top and the plate on top of that. So you got 1 here, looks like that, but the stud is over here. So stud like that, it's like this and like that. And then the other one is like this, 2 studs with a plate on top of it. And the one that's kind of goofy, it goes in the corner. So it's going to go here, right by the boxes there. The 2 studs are going to be in the back, facing the door, and then the other 2 are going to be on the gray stud next to the other stud with the red dots in it. And then we're going to go on to step 29. And we're going to have 1x1 stud, 1x1 plate, and 5 more of those 1x2 bricks with the studs out the front. And we're going to stack 3 of the 1x2s together. So you got that again. Then you're going to have 2 of the studs together with the brick and the plate, like you've been doing. So kind of repetitious here. And then another one, 1x2s with the stud and the plate on there. And let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry. I take that back, folks. I didn't flip the page. Yeah, okay, never mind. Disregard that last step. We're going to flip the page to 29. And we're going to need 8 of the 2x, I don't know what you call that, 2x4 bricks, I guess. 2 by 4 high, I guess. Now, let's see, they might even be more than that. Now they're 2x6s, I guess. Let's see if I put these two together and measure it. Yes, they're 2x6, 2x6 high. And you're going to need 8 of those. 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And those are just going to kind of go and build your walls down here. So you got 1 there, 1 in here, and 1 here, 1 in here. Gonna build walls in a hurry with this, huh? I'm gonna leave this one open here in the back, this section open, and then we're gonna put 2 more in here next to the door. Right now. And we're going to take 2 more, and we're going to fill in over by here. And do that. There we go, like that. Perfect. Now here, we're going to build up, let's see, we need a 1x4, a 2x4, 4 of the 2x2s, I guess you could call them, of these little things. You need 4 of those. And 2, if I can find it, here it is. 2 of these things are like a long 2x6 tiles. I need 2 of those. Okay. So in order to build this, it looks like we have a 1x4 plate. And then we're going to build like a boom box for a concert stage or something here. Build that up. And build this up like that, and build that up, and build that up. Okay. And then that looks like it's going to go in here like this. So that way it goes. Get it in there. Sliding down in there. There we go. Perfect. There we go. So now, if you look at everything in the back, kind of looks like that in the back. Hopefully yours looks like that also. And if you turn around and look at the front, look at the front. Oop. Now I'll leave that off there. And then the front, it looks like that. And the side, look at the side there. So that's what it should look like from the front of the building. Like that. Okay. Very good. And on to step 31. Now we need 2x1 bricks. We need 2 of those. We need 1 2x2 brick, 1 1x6 plate, and 1 1x8 plate. So it looks like, if we got the back again towards us, The 1x8 is going to go up here. Kind of hold this all together. It's going to leave a little opening here on the end. That's okay. And then we're going to get a 1x2 here. 1x2 over here. 2x2, 4 here. And this is going to go across the door here. Like right there. Okay. So what we did here, we put the 1x8 across here. Then right here, we put a 1x2, 1x2 there, 1x2 here, 2x2 here. And then we put the 1x6 across the door. That's what we did there. Okay. 32. We need a 1x1 brick. 3 1x1 little studs. Plates, I guess you could call it. 2 of the headlight pieces, the 1x1s that look like headlights. What they Lego confers to headlights, and 3 of the brackets. We got 1, 2. Let's see if I have another bracket here somewhere. Right there. Okay, so now what we're going to do here, we're going to do a bracket here on the end. We're going to do a 1x1 plate. Do another bracket next to it. And then it looks like another plate. 1x1 plate. Another bracket. Another 1x1 plate. Then the 1x1 brick. And then, see it's there, and then the headlamps, or headlights, whatever you want to call them, are going to go right down in this opening here. One there, and one in here. So then, you basically have right here, you got a stud, 1x1 plate, stud, 1x1 plate, stud, 1x1 plate, and then the 1x1 brick. And then your 2 headlamp pieces are right here. 1, 2, right over that gray panel area. Okay. Next step. 33, we're moving right along here. Looks like we got a 2. It shows it as yellow in the book, but I'm guessing they're orange. 1x1 tiles. Looks like they're, can't really tell here. They have a orange. It looks like they have an orange tile, but they have a yellow triangle on it. Yeah, that's what it is. They're for the elevator. So they're up and down arrows for the elevator. A 1x1. There's 3 different plates here. And looks like they're newspapers. I'm guessing, let me look here. I don't see anything. Looks like they're white. Huh, interesting. They're appearing like they're white tiles with news articles on it, but I don't see even white tiles at all. That's the weird thing. Where I could even attach like the news articles too. That's That's different. Let me just look at here for a minute and see if they're on here. Nothing there. Just to even see if they would be even on here. No, I don't even see like news, like their televisions, like by the elevator. That is weird. Okay, I might have to do some searching here. I don't see them in the bag on the floor. So give me 1 second here, folks, if you don't mind. I know this should all be simple, but these should be like 2x2 squares with like news on them. And their daughter fell over, and now the Caucasian girl fell over. But no, I'm not seeing like white tiles with news on them. That bothers me somewhat because, yeah, like all the parts should be here. Yeah. That's interesting. I wonder if they didn't get sent. Or is there another bag that I forgot to open? Well, there's two. I know. Hang on, folks. There was a bag that came with the... right here. There we go. Aha. Pardon my clothing. Yes, I'm a Broncos fan. I know. Boo. Yeah, boo. Tell you what is going to happen is that we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. Super Bowl 61 in New Orleans. We're going to kick everybody's tail, whether you like it or not. And you can take that to the bank. And if I'm wrong, well, okay, so I'm wrong. But as long as Bo Nix doesn't get his ankle broke again, which I think was a BS story, just to keep the Broncos out of it. I don't think he broke his ankle, honestly. I don't think he even hurt his ankle. I think it was a made-up BS story to keep the Broncos out of the Super Bowl. Just to make the Seahawks win the Super Bowl, to make their owner look good before they sold the team. Just to increase the price of the sale of the team. That's what I think happened. Because the Seahawks were mandatory for sale, and just to make the stock of shares go up, to make the price go up, to cost the owners to sell the team for a higher price, they had to let the Seahawks win the Super Bowl. Therefore, they had to keep, they let the Patriots beat the Denver Broncos to make it an easier team for the Seahawks to win. Vice versa, you know, so the Seahawks win, make it look all big and pretty, Seahawks win, yeah. Price of the team and stock goes up, okay, great. Now the new owners come in, buy the team, pay more money for it, team is sold, okay, great. Now the Broncos come in this year, and, you know, Bo Nix wasn't hurt to begin with. That was just a bull crap story, because you look at the way he was tackled. They grabbed his ankles and he fell flat on his face. They didn't break his ankle. I'm sorry. That didn't happen. You know, he didn't break his ankle. He played several more plays than that damn thing. If anybody out there has broken their ankle, they know that you ain't going to walk on it, let alone snap 3 more plays in the NFL and try to throw that football. You ain't going to do it. You're going to be in way too much pain on a broken ankle to snap the ball 3 more times and run backwards on it and try to throw a pass. It ain't happening, folks. I'm sorry. I don't care if it was a hairline fracture. I'm a wuss for pain, and no. You ain't snapping my ankle and then let me play 3 more plays and go, oh, I need surgery. Whine, bitch, whine, and then say that, oh, he's out, and put in a backup. No, it ain't happening. Okay, so now we're going to do... Okay, so now they're saying Lego says, Lego man walks on the moon. Another bullshit story. Sorry, kids. a man has never been on the moon. I'll tell you that. Because think about it. If a man was on a moon in 1969, why haven't we been back? Why have we never been back to the moon since 1969? If we've been there once, why have we never been back? Why? Answer that. With all the space technology that we have and all the increased technology that we have, we could have easily been back to that moon, and hell, we could be living on the moon by now. But no. Why? Explain that to me. Someone, please. Okay. Enough. We've never been to the moon. I'm sorry. That was done on a soundstage. We've proven it time and time again. It's done on a soundstage. We can see the lights in the visors. We can see the wires in the tethers attached to the backpacks. You know, who the hell's filming Neil Armstrong getting off the spacecraft? If Neil Armstrong is the first man on the moon, who the hell's filming the shit? Someone on a soundstage. Okay. We have not been to the moon. Sorry. Enough of my rants and rages. I'm sorry. I'm teed off right now. You got me started on the Broncos. Okay, now there's another one. I think it's this one. Or, who is Spider-Man? No, Threat or Menace. Where's the Threat or Menace one? Here it is. Okay. So, we're going to attach these little TVs to your thing here. And pardon my language, kids. If you're listening, I'm sorry. Try not to copy me and get on a rant and a rage, okay? Don't mean to do that to you, but there's certain things in life that they teach you in school, which is a bunch of BS. And one day you'll grow up and you'll learn the same thing that I've finally woken up to. And I've learned the same thing. That it's not true what they're teaching you in school. It's just an agenda that they're forced to teach you. But when you finally wake up and realize that, hey, what you taught me was a lie, and you shouldn't lie in life, you should always tell the truth, but sometimes even the truth will get you in trouble. Such as my case. Oh yeah, I didn't share with you also. I told the truth at work. And what did it get me? Yeah. I'm unemployed, by the way. Because I told the truth. Yeah, so you can take it for a grain of salt. You know, I could have been dishonest when they asked me what did I say. I could have said, no, I never said that. I didn't say it at all. I could have been totally dishonest with them because it was my word against somebody else's word. Could have been totally dishonest with them at work. And I probably would have got away with it. But that's not how I was raised. I was raised to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And what did it get me? It got me fired from work, and now I'm unemployed. That's right, folks. I am unemployed. So here I sit playing with Legos. Yay! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah. So, just a lesson to learn. You can either be honest in life, truthful, honest, do what you got to do, or, well, hell. If you think it's best to lie and maybe get away with it, more power to you. Because, like I said, thinking back on it, could have lied about it. My word against his. There was nothing recording in the office where I was at. And they wouldn't have known the difference. And I could have got away with it. But, at the same time, the next time I messed up, I would have been out the door. So, you know, take your chances. Because they would have been watching. I guarantee it. They would have been watching. So, yeah. So, I'm currently unemployed. I'm going to try to get a lot of this built done over the next couple days. Yeah. Try to get this thing going and building. And we'll go from there. So, now that I'm done with my rant and raving and griping and everything else, sorry folks, got on a tangent. Okay, so here's what we did. We added the TVs here. I put in Spider-Man Threat or Menace, Lego Man Walks on the Moon, new building for New York City's #1 newspaper. So here's the newspaper, skyscraper. Here's the Walks on the Moon. Here's the Menace paper. That's what I put up here. And I found those, a whole bunch of white tiles. You can't see them here, but there's a whole, here, I'll just pick them up real quick. There must be, I don't know, 15 of them. There's just a few of them here in my hand. But I found those in a separate bag that came in the box along with some other parts. I don't know. I must have thrown them back in the box now, but they're totally separate from the bag parts. They're totally separate. So that's where you'll find these white pieces. Okay, I also added the up and down. This is an elevator. I didn't realize that, but the gray piece and this is an elevator. So these are orange, marked with arrows. You want one going up, one going down. And then I added the green pieces over the door. Must be like an emergency exit or something. And then on top of the wall, this is a 1x6 brick. There's 2 headlight pieces with the green pieces pushed into the back of it. A 1x1 brick, a 1x6 brick, another 1x1 brick, and then a 2x4 brick here on top, 2x4. And then around the corner we have a 1x8 plate and a 1x1 plate. And that holds everything together so it's nice and solid for you. And look at that, your door even opens in the back. Hey. So you can escape if you have to, all right? So it's coming along real nice and pretty there. Now, one thing I haven't shared with you, and I haven't really looked into it yet, but I need to start looking into it, is I bought a, I think it is for this kit, if I remember correctly. It's either this kit or the Avenger Tower, but I bought a lighting kit so that we can add lights to it. So I think it's for the Avengers Tower, actually. I bought a lighting kit. I'll have to look at it and check it out. If it is for this kit, I will get it out probably after step 2 or 3 and look at it and see how it gets wired into the building. And then, yeah, we'll start adding it into it, however it goes, and then we can light up the building. Looking more at the building now, I'm almost sure it's the Avenger Tower, but once again, I'll look into it. If it is this one, well, then we'll start adding lights and we'll go from there. So now I can take a deep breath and calm the hell down. But once again, I'm putting my money on the Broncos. So I don't know about you guys. You can boo and hiss and blah, 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 because you can say that, oh, Patrick Mahomes is going to come back stronger because Kelsey's playing another year. Well, I'm sorry. Kelsey's going to have his dick and Taylor Swift. You know, he's going to be more worried about having a kid and raising a family than he's going to be worried about football. I'm sorry. He's getting married. He's going to have a kid. He's going to settle down. He ain't worried about football. Sorry. He's done with football. And Mahomes, you know, blew out his knee or whatever he did. He's pretty much going to be rehabbing that thing all year. And yeah, that's his story. And so you can look for Kansas City to be sucking air all year. And the Chargers, well, they're nothing. And the Raiders, yeah, you can take your University of Indiana quarterback and go, you know, suck air from the hand dryer, dude. Because, you know, he's going to be the leading quarterback that's sacked the most in the NFL this year. Because the Raiders just, no, ain't happening. If he's their starting quarterback, they're in dire trouble. I'm sorry. But, yeah, that kid is going to be, like, hurting bad. Mendoza? Yeah. You might as well go in the locker room and take a Mendoza. Yeah, go take those off, you know, dude. Because you are just done. I'm sorry. You know, the Raiders are going to be the laughing stock of the NFL again. You know, I'd be lucky if they get 2 wins this year. It's like Mendoza is not your answer. He's like, yeah, he's just. Yes, the Broncos have the hardest schedule of anybody this year, but that's okay because we are like a tough team. We didn't have a first or second round draft pick. I think we picked in the 3rd round, for God's sakes. It's like we are like a tough team. We've got an awesome coach. We've got a great team. We've got great owners. We are going to like run all over the NFL. And if anybody beats us, I'll be darn lucky. And by the way, the Bugle building is a Daily Bugle building, excuse me, and the Denver Broncos and this build are brought to you by Body Armor, because great taste comes from a great drink. So anybody out there works for Body Armor Coca-Cola and you need a sponsorship or a commercial or a voiceover, yeah, DM me because I can do commercials, because Body Armor, full of electrolytes, coconut water, and all that great flavor and taste, goes right to your body and energizes you and gives you energy throughout the day. That's Body Armor, all day long, all day strong. Body Armor energizes. Now back to you. All right, I'm going to take a drink because I'm pumped. All right, I feel energy. And once again, I don't get paid for doing that, but I'd like to. So if anybody out there knows anybody that works for Coke, Body Armor, whatever, contact me. I'll do a voiceover for you so that I can get paid. Because right now I am unemployed and I need cash. Because this little 3,000 square foot house of mine that I live in is costing me 1 arm and 1 leg and half an ass to pay for. So, if that helps, I would greatly appreciate some help with my mortgage. So, thank you all for helping me throughout life. It's great. My name is Johnny Carson, and, well, our next guest, Stupid Animal Tricks with Johnny Carson. Yeah, that's right, Johnny Carson. Sorry. Enough. All right. I'm being goofy now because I'm wound up over the Broncos going to take it all to town. And I'm not talking much about this build, which I should be because I'm supposed to be talking about the build and helping you guys out building it, actually. And I'm just sitting there building it, which I shouldn't be. But we'll get back to it. I promise you. I'll show you what I'm doing here in just a minute because I'm like, he's like, wait a minute, he quit building it. What's he doing, you know? It's like, well, I will help you. I will truly help you. I promise. I promise, promise, promise. Now, let me see. Let's see. I think that one goes there. And this one goes there. And this one goes there. I'm just kind of worried about this corner because this corner is still loose in here, but we'll get there eventually. I'm sure there'll be something that locks it down eventually. But everything's working itself out right now. So, okay. So right now, I just added a whole bunch of pieces. If you look here on the back, I've got this is just a 1x4, I guess, tall. And that goes right here on the end. And then another 1x4 tall. And then one of these with the prongs sticking out of it. Then a 1x4 brick. One of the prongs. Another 1x4. One with the prongs. And then behind it here, there's a 1x1. Then there's a 2x4 brick here. 1x4 here. A 1x2 with a prong, 1x4, and another 1x4 with a prong. And then before that, there was a 1x8 across here, I think. And then there was another 2x4 in here. And a 1x4 in here. And a 1x8 across here. Something in there. So basically what we're doing here is we're building the walls up. Building these walls up. And then like I showed you in here, the elevator and the exit sign and the TVs and all that. So that's basically what we're doing right now. And we're going to go on to 37. This looks like, okay, here's where the backpack and the spider webs come in. I'm not sure where they're going to hide all that, but we're going to build it anyhow. So looks like we need two 1x2 pieces there, and a 1x2 with a hook. The box came with it, the backpack, and then we need the spider webs, which once again is in that bag that had the TV titles in it. It's just this empty bag, or not empty bag, but bag of stuff. And there's spider webs in it. And it's showing me, looks like just a medium-sized spider web, just one, not a whole bunch. So I'm not gonna take them all out. I'm just gonna take this one spider web out because that's all it's showing me right now. And I'll put the rest away here. Just gonna set this bag down. Seems like we're using a lot of stuff out of that bag. All right. Take this up real quick. Okay. So I was saying to take this box, and it wants me to put 1x2 on there, then a 1x2 clip, and then another 1x2 on top of that. Sort of like that. Then it says to take the backpack, oops, don't drop it of course, but slide it into the box like that. And then, well, heck, I think I grabbed the wrong spider web. Let's see here. Then I'm guessing yeah. Let me look at this again. It might be the really big spider web now. It's showing in the book a big spider web, but just with one. Oh, I see. Not thinking there. Okay, my bad. Let's see. We're going to take one of the sides of the spider web here. No, it's got to be one of the big ones. Well, here's the deal, folks. It says to use the clip on this little clip here on top that we put on there. Put the spider web, clip it on there. But the problem is that the spider web is too skinny for the clip for it to actually clip on. So it's just kind of hanging on there. So like if you watch, oh look, okay, so it's just kind of hanging on there. It's not permanent. So if you want this to be permanent, you might want to put a drop of super glue on there or something, and then it will be permanent. Otherwise, it's just going to hang there. All right. And then it says to put this up here on this open area above the door. That's where it says, this big open area in the, kind of hard to show you, but up here above the door. Okay, enough of my freaky stuff. Put it up here above the door in that big opening. That's where we're putting it. Okay. On to step number 38. We're going to need the black 1x4 with holes. And we're already an hour in. We haven't finished bag 2. This is crazy, folks. I talk too much, evidently. I talk too much. I worry myself to death. I walk too much. I worry my pet. I just talk too much. Talk too much. Okay. Yes, I do. I talk way too much. Okay. So, that, and... But we're getting there. So this step here, I need a 1x6, 2 1x4s, 1x3, 1x2, 2 1x2 plates, a 1x2 plate with a ball connector, and the black piece that we showed you earlier. So this is going to be basically putting bricks in place. Just kind of adding it on to the top of the wall, just kind of going around. So the part with the ball joint, you're doing a 1x2 plate, the 1x2 ball joint, and then a 1x2 plate on top of it. That's kind of going in the middle there. I don't know if you can see that right there. And then we're going to do a 1x2 next to it, in that open space. Then doing a 1x6 on the inside of it. The 1x4 goes behind it. 1x3 is kind of going around the curve here. And the 1x4 is going on the outside of it, just like that. That's all we're basically doing there. On to 39. 4 1x4s. 1x1 brick. 5 of the 1x2s with the studs. Those things again. 5 of those. 1 of the 2x4 bricks. And that's it. And then we're going to start over here on the bricks again. And let's see here. Okay, there's that. Okay, and then we got stud here, right? Yep. And 1x4 here. And the stud here. So we're just kind of going right across the top again. You got the stud, the 1x4, the stud, another 1x4. Hooking that together. The 1x1 here on the inside and a 1x4 on the outside. And then a 2x4 here. 1x4 here. Another stud, 1x2 with the studs on it here. Another 1x4 here, and a 1x2 stud here. Okay, that's all there is to that. Step 40. Another 1x2 plate here, and then 12 1x2 with the rails. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then we're just going to kind of go around the top is all we're doing. So we're going to go here. Now, I got to check something here because this is not making sense. That's what I thought. There, that's what makes sense. Okay. So then this, we'll connect this. Okay, and then this is going over here. Skip that, and here, and here. And what you're doing is you put these 1x2 studs with the rails, and you're skipping those 1x2 studs with the studs on the outside of them. You're skipping those. That's what we're doing here. And the 1x2 stud without the rails goes in the back here in this corner. Kind of hold that together. And the one in the corner, you're skipping it again. So you're just kind of going like, you're doing 4 of them, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And what happened here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I thought I had 12 out here. No, I did. Here it is. Drop it down here. Okay. And 12 right there. And that goes all the way around. So you see here, you kind of got your studs right here all the way around. And every time there's a stud, you're kind of missing it. That's basically what you're doing. And then your outside kind of is looking like this on the outside with all your dots there. All the way around. I'm sure you're going to be attaching something to the outside eventually. Okay. Now looks like we're going to build a pop machine. So we need one curved piece for the corner. Let's see if I can find it. This is going to be a corner, one of those small corner pieces. Yeah, here we go. There's one. And then one of those. So we're going to take that. No. This one here. And like that. 42, we're going to do this one, and we're going to put it in here like that. 43, we're going to do its stud here. That like that. 44, we're doing an L shape. And it's going to go like that. And 45. Let's see, we're doing 2 of these. Oh. You do a 1x1 tile. Like that. Just kind of follow the steps along. I'm building a pop machine. It's pretty self-explanatory. As I build it, yeah. Just kind of walk it along here, just taking steps, bricks on top of bricks. Let's see, that comes that. And then you want another bracket here. Goes like that. And then looks like you want a piece that resembles a calculator. Oh, if it's flat, I'm guessing it's flat. But I gotta try to find it. There it is. So you want a flat tile, looks like a calculator, and that's gonna go on the side. That's probably for like credit cards and stuff. Kind of sits on top there. 46, you want the red brick, the one tile, 1x2 tile, and another one of these shelf brackets. And we gotta have a sticker, a number 4 sticker, it says. So let's see what we can find here. Looks like that's gonna come off of the big sheet, number 4. And yeah, it's called Web Juice. Web Juice. Number 4 stickers at the top. That's gonna be right up there. Web Juice is called. Tiny little sticker right there. Web Juice. Okay, and that's gonna go on the 1x2 brick. Here we go. It's going to get a 1x2 plate on it, and it's going to get the other hinge on it, or the other bracket on it, I guess. It's going to sit on there. So if we turn it around, there we go. And then we got that. Then we got a big bracket here. That, and we got 2 windows. Got one here and one here. And they're going to go here and here. Let's see, a couple windows in it. Okay. And let's see, so far we got that to make our little machine. There's your Web Juice sticker on the back. There's your bottom. There's your side. Front there again. Okay. That's it so far, and that might be the end of it too. Oh no, there's some more here. Set 49, we got 2, looks like 2x3 tiles that are going to go on the side here to kind of hold everything together. And then we got 4 blue ovals, and they get tops on them, so it makes it look like cans of juice. 1, 2, 3, and number 4. Okay, and then those just kind of get dropped in here, I guess. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, that gets dropped in there, and then gets closed with that. Okay, perfect. And then there's your finished product with your sodas inside. Your web juice. Aha! And there's your juice. Nice. Okay, and that's going to go right here, right underneath your exhaust and your spider webs. I guess if you got web juice, you got to have webs on the back side of the building. That only makes sense, huh? Oh, and if you're not careful, you'll knock the webs right out of it. That makes sense. Perfect sense, huh? Darn it. Okay. There's your webs. Your juice drink is right next to the exit door, where it always should be, of course. And that's 52, and that's where that goes. And now we've got to build some seating arrangements. So we need a chair. A couple chairs over here, but one of these little circular things here. I'm going to put the chair on there. And then we're going to have brown 1x3, and then the plate with the 2 dots on it go on top of it. And then a single, let's see here, a 1x1 brick, and then a statue, a little statue there goes on it. So you have that, like that. And so the statue kind of goes right here. And then your chair is going to go right here, like that. And on to 54, now we've got a bunch of stuff here. Looks like maybe a security gate. So we need a red cheese wedge. Red, whatever you call it, translucent, or the red see-through. 2 gray 1x2 with studs, plates. 2 1x2 stud tiles. 1 gray cheese wedge. 1 1x2 plate. 2 cattle grates, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know. I call them the cattle grates, you know, with the holes through them. Plates there. 1 plate with a hook on it for clamps, a flag, a gray flag, and then a 2 2x2 bricks with the studs on them, whatever. So, okay. So we're going to take the stud, I'm going to take the hinge plate on there, I'm going to take the wedge, going down, take the grate on there, and take a plate, a gray plate on there, and a gray tile on there. So you kind of got this like that. If you kind of look there, it's a plate and a tile on top. The other side is just the red cheese wedge and the cattle grate over there, and then the hinge piece over there. The other one's going to get this piece here, the 1x2 plate there, and then it's going to get the cheese wedge, the plate underneath of it, and the tile underneath it, and the cheese wedge next to it, or the cattle grate next to it. Just like that. Okay. And then the flag. So then we're going to have, you're going to take and attach the flag to it. So you're going to have like that. Attach the flag. And then the here, let's see. Hold on here. What did I do wrong? Okay. Let's see what I did wrong. I did this backwards because I was talking to you upside down here. Like that. Okay. So basically what we're going to do is you're going to put this on one side and this on the other, and it's going to make like a security gate when you put them down on the tile here. So you're going to put one over here, and you're going to put one over here. So if you can see that, you have your security gate right here, all right, excuse me, right here. You've got your little chair here. You got your trophy case here, whatever you got, your little display thing there. Your chair will turn, oh, if you don't come off first, because you're messing with it. Spiderweb fell off again, but so there's all that, and then your security gate will close again. Little things to play with from the top section there, if you look at that. Okay. Then you can put your spiderweb back on. Okay, and there's that. All right, still got a few more parts here. Let's see what we got going here. Now we got to build, take a L-shaped brown 1x1 with a hook on it. Gotta find one here. There we go. And that's going to go on the end of the L. 1x1 brown cheese wedge. It's just going to be in its regular position. And then in the hook, you're going to put a walkie-talkie sticking out. Like that. And then you're going to take the other L shape, put it the other way, put another 1x1 wedge facing the other way. And that's going to have a pair of handcuffs in it. If they even stay. Don't look like they're going to stay. Something like that. And so at the end of, let's see here, at the end of that, here's your radio. And then down here, like that, is going to be your handcuffs. And then we turn the page, and now we're going to build the seat. We got two 2x4 plates. Take a chair, and we're going to hook the plates together. And then we're going to take tiles, and we're going to hook the rest of it together. put some more chairs on here. Make this look special. Make this look good. Like that. And then that gives you your chair seats like that. And then they get, you see the two there divided, and then the chair in the middle connects it all together so it doesn't fall apart. And then that goes along here. Just like that. And then you have these two round pieces here. One is going to go from here to here, and the other is going to go from the top to the top over here, like a tabletop, something like that, I guess. And then we're going to go on to the last step, and that's going to be one of the 1x4 plates, and then 4 of the 1x1 bricks with studs out front. These are not the headlights, these are just regular 1x1 studs with studs sticking out front. And they're going to have 1x4 tile plate on top of it. And then they're going to have the hinge holders on top of that, the 1x2 hinge holders on top of that. And then the hinge plates that snap into the hinge holders on top of that. And then a 1x4 tile across the bottom to kind of hold or hide the holes like that. And then 2 things that say no crime on it. One of the 2 of the tiles here that say no crime, you want 2 of those. And that's going to go on your 1x4 deals. So then when you're done, you got like that. Got no crime. And that is going to go behind your seating area on the purple tile, like that. So that will complete bag number 2. There are a few parts left over, which I'm going to look at just to see. I'm sure I missed something. Oh yeah, I see one already. There's a clear cheese wedge that should go on top of the clear 1x1 brick on the trophy table right here. That should go there. And knocked our fire hydrant off. So that should go there. They gave me an extra backpack for whatever, I don't know. Extra trophy I don't need, extra elevator I don't need, extra green I don't need, extra pop top I don't need, extra handcuffs I don't need. So there's a lot of extra pieces, small pieces that you think you might need, but you really don't. So welcome to the world of sales. Put all that in your sales bin and sell them for parts on end. Welcome to Parts R Us. And then put all your extra tiles away. Save those for a rainy day, because I'm sure you're going to need them somewhere. In the newspaper business. There you go. Okay. And stage 3, which will build a lot of the windows in the building, along with whatever his name is, with all the spikes on him, or the wings, or I don't know. I don't know these guys. I don't watch Marvel comics very much. And you're probably like, dude, what are you doing? You're missing out on all the action. Oh, it's like, oh, it's wonderful. No, it's repeating itself. It's the same movie, just in a different version. I don't know what it is. It just repeats itself with a different enemy. And it's the same movie. How many times can you watch Superman? You know, it's Lex Luthor and all those guys. Just whatever. It's the same movie over and over and over. So, anyhow, folks, until next time, I'm Dr. Chaz, And if you need a voiceover, I'm your man. Because, well, hey, we can build Legos all day long. And I can talk up the town. But I'm sure you can build Legos too, because that's why you're watching, just to see what I can do. But can you do the voices of Marge Simpson? I don't know. I can.
Because I want to know what's on the ceiling up there. Until next time, goodbye.